Wednesday, September 10th, when Charlie Kirk was shot, I posted a video offering him the same thoughts and prayers that he offered after every child was senselessly gunned down while at school.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think she was one of the first that made a video.
Within an hour and before any condition was known on Charlie, I posted a follow-up video expressing why I felt the way I did and even ended with, I hope Charlie Kirk makes a full recovery and goes on to become a gun violence advocate. Since if you have watched any of the videos on my page, you would know I stand firmly on not being violent and that violence is not the way we are going to fix things in this country. Well, since I posted those two videos, my life has been completely turned upside down and I have been thrown into what I can only explain as literal hell. First, my address was leaked, and then all of my family's personal information followed. My boyfriend's company, again, I said he's my boyfriend, he is not my husband, that has absolutely nothing to do with TikTok, with my TikTok account, or social media, or politics in general, has been defamed and slandered. Calls and negative reviews started pouring in.
I think she's reading this because she has to be careful what she's going to say, as it should be these days now, especially with the climate that we have. I don't do that. But then again, I try to not say wild stuff, especially for people that have passed away.
By the thousands. Someone showed up to his company, entered his private office, and verbally assaulted him. My child, and my family's lives have been threatened thousands of times. I have received text messages and emails saying I should be raped and murdered and that people are coming to my house, say my address, and then say they are coming to spray it with bullets.
There's a reason what you say online, you have to take accountability, even if you mean well. Because one day, what I say can affect my child at school, might affect my wife at work. There was even this website that I mentioned for Charlie Kirk, that they were doxing people. And I've said it, I understand their feeling. But the idea that you start doxing people just because you think it's right, I don't think that should be normalized either. And lastly, I'm not even sure if she said I hoped he will recover. Even if you did, that means the beginning and the happiness of the gleefulness that you might have showed in the beginning of the video. If I remember correctly, I'll try to find it, but it's kind of hard. There's so many videos. You did something that people thought, you know what? I think you're celebrating.
MAGA protesters have shown up to my house, driven through my private neighborhood, sent me hate mail, left notes on my boyfriend's office, and my own neighbor has offered to share my whereabouts with the internet. Yes, you heard that correctly. My neighbor has offered to share my whereabouts with the internet. We have been traumatized and stripped of our privacy, all because I said Charlie Kirk, who did not believe in empathy himself, did not have mine.
You know what? Do you remember when a guy or a girl or somebody, you're like, well, I'm sorry you felt so bad about the joke I made.
All because I said Charlie Kirk, who did not believe in empathy himself, did not have mine.
Is that an apology? No, I'm sorry. I'll never do that joke again. That's an apology. Maybe you need to replace empathy with sympathy. Some people it's all about empathy, feel how I feel, and sympathy, I can understand how you feel, even if I disagree with it. You know why? Because the more disciplined I am, the less I get. Nobody gives me empathy for that.
I think the most ironic thing is that my life and my family's lives have been torn apart over my words on the internet by the very people who support Charlie Kirk and are always yelling the loudest about their First Amendment right and freedoms of speech. And while I realize and believe strongly that words have consequences, there is nothing that I did or said that even deserved a percentage of what happened to me and my family.
Why have an apology and say at the end anything that came my way to justify I did something wrong? I don't deserve 1% of it? So you're not accountable at all? Everybody else is crazy? Vengadilo, remember to subscribe.
Remember to subscribe? ¿Por qué?
By that same knowledge, Charlie Kirk didn't deserve the same thing. And the family didn't have to suffer like that. Word is violence. The guy is dead. Do you really think somebody wanna hear your story, which we can sympathize with, but I can't empathize the way you want me to empathize because you're not empathizing with Charlie.
And I know I am not the only one whose life has been destroyed over this. Hundreds, if not thousands, of other content creators on this very app have been fired from their jobs and doxxed. And I must say, that really terrifies me because it makes it clear that these people only want us to have the First Amendment right and freedom of speech when it fits their narrative. That is not the country I was born in, and that is certainly not the country I want to raise my child in. So today I come to you with a few calls to action. First, if you or anybody you know has been doxxed, harassed, threatened, or fired, please reach out to me via email at I'veBeenDoxxed2@gmail.com. Secondly, please consider attending your local No Kings Part 2 protest on October 18th. And third, if you are a California resident, please get out and vote yes in person on November 4th on Prop 50, the Election Rigging Response Act. I'll end with this. Right now, the most important thing we can do is support each other. Fascism hates community, so right now we must build.
So you're going to go straight forward. You sound like an activist. Even if this might have a negative effect on your family, you're just gonna go forward with the previous message that you said you were very nice about it, about the person that isn't alive anymore. You're tripling down with a supposed apology to find middle ground, but you did not. Let's find the middle ground, but I did no mistakes. Let's start from there.
Let me just clarify. Y'all made me obsessed with Charlie Kirk. This came out of the blue for me. I never cared for bro content like that. Nothing against what he said. I was just never interested in clicking his videos to see what he had to say. But y'all made me deep dive and go down this rabbit hole because there was no possible way that y'all seen the same video I saw and half the world rejoiced it. And I'm just sitting here like, there's no way. Immediately I'm sitting here like, bro, nobody deserved to go out like that in front of all them kids, in front of his family. And y'all rejoiced it. Y'all celebrated it. And y'all ain't even had nothing to do with it. So I said, bro, he must have said something. I'm missing something. I'm seeing creators that used to talk about God and is going to get on here and compromise their belief, religion, faith to celebrate death. We're talking about something that's biblical that you should never do. And folks is coming on here doing it. So I said, I got to deep dive into what he said because is he on the status of Hitler? What am I missing? And somebody said, well, he would have did that for you. Well, I don't care. My morals would never allow me to celebrate death. Doesn't matter who it is. So the fact that you've been compromised, I have to get down to the bottom of it. And not just one person, too many. So y'all encouraged me to go down this rabbit hole to figure out what bro has said for this hate to be sparked up or maybe revealed in a lot of people. And I'm almost satisfied because now I started looking into stuff and I'm like, dang, so you felt like this. Your hate and evilness has been revealed within you. But what you said to what he said is cap. That's not even what he said. That's not even in the full context. So now I'm just starting to, oh, that was a lie. Oh, that was a lie. Wow. So, so now I don't know.
You have to see it like this. The fact that most left-leaning school that he went, the only loud voice was left. And suddenly you had a right. And during the debates, most people start going to the right. Once he started winning all the hearts of all these people, a man that didn't even finish college, but he built an empire without a college, trying to tell these kids, hey, maybe this college isn't teaching real college, you know? Maybe you need to do your own research. Bam! If you have good information, they can debate you.
I'm deep in it now. Pause.
Okay, this is gonna be a little bit different video than I normally drop. But y'all listen very, very closely. Come. Let me tell you something. I have finally figured out who this Charlie Kirk person is. I've been hearing people like texting me, people sending me videos that I ain't had time to look at or nothing like that. So I finally went and did my own research because I don't really be on be honest with you, I post social media, but I don't really be on social media like that. So I finally went and did my research on Charlie Kirk. So as I go through my TikTok, I look at videos, people posting controversy. People have even started to attack some creators because they actually were saying certain things about Charlie Kirk. And I'm going to tell y'all my opinion. And if you're sensitive, you might want to leave my platform because my social media is not called Real Talk with Tisha for nothing. Y'all say y'all want real talk. Y'all say y'all want people to keep it real. But when it definitely comes down to being real, a lot of us don't want that real. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you this right here. A year ago or 2 years ago, whenever it was, when Donald Trump was campaigning, I was one of the creators that said that I was glad that Donald Trump was going to be getting into presidency. I said a lot of things about Donald Trump. I said I do not vote for Kamala Harris and all that. I was attacked all over social media. They talked about my accent, told me I need to get educated. Called me all kind of H words and N words and everything else. But at the end of the day, I got respect for people that stand on what they believe. I'm gonna tell you something. You can call people raccoons. You can call them whatever they want to do. You can put dancing raccoon. But one thing I know for sure, I got a lot of respect for people that stand on what they believe in, because you don't got the balls to speak on social media. Some of y'all don't even got a profile picture. Some of y'all can't even say anything in public, but you can't go against the grain on anything because y'all are a yes woman. Y'all are a yes man. And I got respect for people that stand in what they believe. I got a lot of respect for Donald Trump because Donald Trump don't cut it. He don't give a fuck what you say, whether you like it. He stand on what he is and he say what he. You can't do that though. You can't be who you is. You got to follow the crowd. You got to say what people will appease to. Well, a lot of time when people I feel things, but you ain't got to say everything you feel. No, that's why your hair falling out. That's why you gray. That's why you taking pills to help you sleep at night, because you can't be expressive like most people. I got some people that I follow on the other side of social media that I actually look up to. Candace Owens is one of them. I got Candace Owens. She is one of the women.
Well, the fact that you're supporting Candace Owen, already many people don't like you.
Keita Rose. Women like that, a lot of people say, oh, they got a loud mouth. They'll say anything. They ain't got no filter. Now, I got a lot of respect for motherfuckers that stand on what they believe in, because one thing I do, I got to respect a person that stand on what they believe in, because some of y'all ain't got the balls to do anything. Y'all get in here, y'all run with the grain on everything. Y'all, if y'all don't care what the majority is running for, whatever the motherfucking majority is, you're going to go for it because you are follow the leader, son of a SOBs, and I can't cuss like I used to. Y'all are follow the leaders. That's all you are. You would love to be a leader, but you ain't got it down in you to be a leader. So stop judging people and not liking people. And a lot of time what these people saying is absolutely true. Stop blaming people because the black community ain't getting where they need to be. Look around you. You're destroying each other. You're killing each other. You tear each other down. Ain't no white man fault. It ain't nobody's fault that you can't make it because you've been in the project for 17 years. Stop using the race card and get up off your ass and try to do something. You can't, I'm telling you, some of that stuff is the God.
You know what's interesting? The fact that she speaks like that, she reminds me of my father. And the fact that she reminds me of my father, it reminds me immediately of Charlie Kirk, because they have the same language. The difference is Charlie Kirk didn't even say it like that. This is real stuff. Charlie Kirk came with the ChatGPT language that the leftists couldn't handle because he spoke like them. Boom fast.
Some of y'all immigrants come here and you do want to lay back. You want that word to take care of you. What Donald Trump's saying is true. It is what it is. Some of this shit is true. But you just do not want nobody to say it because it hurts people's feelings and people shouldn't say it. The truth is the truth and it's going to stand. Now, sometimes my grandma used to say the truth will slice you. But it should slice you because some of y'all need to be sliced. God didn't make everybody the same. Everybody can't be a leader and everybody can't speak boldly. But you ain't gonna parade and make videos and be mad at motherfuckers that got an opinion and they said they opinion. Because y'all motherfuckers got an opinion, but you would rather put your head in the dirt. Get the hell out of him hating on people that's strong enough to say what they...
And all I have to say is this. If you really think this guy might be a nice guy, but, and you didn't do any research, you already proved to me you don't care about the middle ground. Because you can judge a person in a short or less.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk Criollo colombici jam jam. Turloqueta verdeta welcome.